Based on the opinions of the earlier ulama, I can probably best answer this question by dividing it into two categories. First of all, there's physical display of affection that's considered pre-sexual or foreplay or similar in nature to that. Affectionate display in a sexual nature, the type of matters that belong in the bedroom or matters that should be done privately. Those must be kept private, and we go by the Islamic standards, not Western or kuffar standards. Touches or moves or kisses that are sexually suggestive or anything sexually suggestive at all, it's not permissible to display what falls under this category in public or in front of children or in front of family or in front of strangers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered that children and servants ask permission before entering their own homes so they will not see something that's inappropriate. Imagine acting those matters out in front of them. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ليستأذنكم الذين ملكت أيمانكم والذين لم يبلغوا الحلم منكم 3 مرات من قبل صلاة الفجر وحين تضعون ثيابكم من الظهيرة ومن بعد صلاة العشاء 3 عورات لكم. Ibn Qudama rahimahullah ta'ala said, ولا يقبلها ويباشرها عند الناس. Ibn Qudama said, you don't kiss your wife or have relationship with her in front of people. That includes everything. He specifically mentioned kissing, and of course that includes sexual intercourse or foreplay. Al-Buhuti said it's disliked to kiss a wife or do something sexually suggestive in front of people because it's dana'a. Dana'a means it's despicable. Sheikh Muhammad ibn Ibrahim gave a fatwa that kissing a wife in public is not permissible. If spouses are deterred from merely speaking about intimate matters to anyone, imagine acting them out in front of anyone. In a narration of a hadith deterred from speaking about intimate matters, that's in Musnad Ahmad, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam compared speaking about intimate matters between spouses to others like a female shaitan who meets a male shaitan that fulfills his desire with her on the roadside while people are watching and looking. So the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam compared speaking about intimate matters to other people to shayateen publicly performing their sexual acts in public. Imagine one actually performing them before other people. Where's the ghira and where's the haya for those who do this publicly? The people watching are humans. They're humans with desires. Even if it's matters like the ones mentioned in the question, or foreplay, or what's similar to that. And even if they're fully clothed, it draws unnecessary attention. And why would a man with ghira do matters that are sexually suggestive that may have an effect on those looking in desire or arousal? Yeah, she's your wife. And yeah, he's your husband. And she's in hijab and niqab. And what you're doing is definitely halal. In the bedroom where it belongs, not for the public to see. The second type of display of affection is an innocent show of affection and not in any way sexual. Even this category shouldn't be as a performance for others, like those who videotape themselves doing even what's in this category to post on social media. Like the example is holding the hand of a wife to cross the street, or so she won't trip and fall, or holding her hand in a society of vicious monsters and animals who mock her hijab and niqab or may harm her. When they see a man holding her hand, they realize she has a man to defend her. Or in the house, examples in the house, like showing affection to one's children by hugging and kissing them. And in the same innocent nature to the wife. Or for example, embracing and greeting them for the Eid, or after returning from a travel or work, hugging the children and kissing them, and then their mother in the same innocent, non-sexual manner this is in the home. And even these matters, ulama generally classify them under urf. They say so long as these matters are not of khawarim al-muru'ah, unbecoming practices, then it's okay. Or violate haya. Unbecoming acts are usually judged by urf, which is customary practices recognized in proper Islamic societies. Urf, standards of the kuffar, the modernists, and their likes, and people who lack ghira and haya, and who don't know the history of the Salaf, is not the standard we go by. Urf here is the urf of the society of those who read the history of the Sahaba and Sahabiyat and knew their haya and ghira. Nawawi rahimahullah, for example, under this matter said, kissing a wife and a mother in public are of khawarim al-muru'ah, unbecoming practices. But then some Shafi'iyya came and said, if it's kissing the wife and mother in front of family members, so long as it's not considered a bashful act, then it's okay. They mean in the house privately, in front of family members, and an innocent type of kiss, because they said the mother and the wife, the type of kiss that one would give his mother, an innocent type. Of matters, other matters like opening the car door and helping your wife in and helping her out, matters like that are actually encouraged because of the hadith in Sahih Bukhari where Anas radiallahu anh said the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would sit beside the camel and let Safiya put her foot on his knee sallallahu alayhi wa sallam to ride the camel, and then she would sit behind him. فيضع ركبته فتضع صفية رجلها على ركبته حتى تركب. In the hadith that's in Sahih Bukhari that we took in the fiqh class, we took it for a different topic, and I didn't mention the beginning of it because it didn't pertain to the class. When Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma slept at his aunt's house, his aunt is Maymuna radiallahu anha. Maymuna is the wife of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. In the beginning, the part that I didn't mention, Ibn Abbas said, I laid on the bed transversally. And the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and his wife Maymuna laid lengthwise. And Nawawi rahimahullah commenting on this said, there's no problem with a husband and wife sleeping in the same room with mature children so long as nothing is going on between the spouses. Now some who permit public kissing in matters bigger and smaller than that, some use a supposed athar that's in Musannaf Hamad ibn Salama and other references. Supposedly that Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu had a concubine and he said, I couldn't resist but I kissed her on her neck and people saw. First of all, the athar is weak and that's all really that's needed. But ulama gave explanations to that. There's many responses the ulama gave. And among them is that it was possible that Ibn Umar thought nobody saw him. And then after that, he noticed that people did see him. Other ulama said he did it to infuriate and anger the kuffar because she was a concubine. Others said it was his personal ijtihad. Some said the ruling pertaining to concubines in this matter is different than free women because it's like the dress code. They have different dress codes in Islam. The free woman is different than a concubine in her dress code. Someone searching for the haqq doesn't leave what's clear and solid to that which is weak, or what's at best an ijtihad, or what accepts many interpretations. And you have to keep in mind, with all that I mentioned, a Muslim has haya and modesty and shyness and ghira. That must be emphasized in this day and age when speaking about matters like these. Not the opposite, not downplay it. وَلَا كَانَ الْحَيَاءُ فِي شَيْءٍ قَطْ إِلَّا زَانَ. Modesty in matters adorns and beautifies it. And وَالْحَيَاءُ شُعْبَةٌ مِّنَ الْإِيمَانِ. Haya and shyness and modesty is a branch of Iman. Sadly, the standards of some, and even few of those who have the appearance of iltizam, has been affected by the low standards of the kuffar. And that's due to long-term living among them. And even many Muslim societies have been affected by this as well. For our standards, we open the pages in books of the biographies of the Salaf, and we read the astonishing examples they had of haya, both their men and women, and the examples of ghira that they had. The examples are numerous. Look no further than in the fiqh class, what we took in the fiqh class, in one of the hadith. Ali radiallahu anhu, you think a man who was too shy to ask the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam a fiqh question pertaining to madhi, that he must know as part of his deen, yet he was too shy to ask the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam because his wife was the daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this was somewhat of a sexually related question. So he sent Al-Miqdad. Would a man with that level of haya ever do something sexually suggestive or anything close to that in public? And the examples are numerous.